that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. Yeah. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Ay. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Yeah. Friday, payday, run it back. Ay. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. Ay. I cop a car, I run it back. Yeah. Go yo, then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick to let my jag talk it. I eat it, ooh, Pac-Man. That's the way my neck talking. Right? I ain't never coming back the way the stress. You don't make no clap back when you backpack, my bad. But I'm past that with a NASDAQ. That's cash when the money fall, I'ma slap that. Clap when the money go, you don't slap. That's facts. If the money low, I'ma grab round man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money, I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you up like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad.
Well, Coach, the seating capacity is 65,000 at Ford Field, and we are right around that number today. A good crowd on hand and seemingly ready to go in the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Jihad! Ready! Gun!
Here's Dalvin Cook, third year back from Florida State. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Brings up third down.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 26. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Open man is Galladay, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
He's checking cracks.
A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Stafford on 3rd down. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10, right at the 40.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Can't. Watch QB drop. Football's the Mike.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 42 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a first and goal. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take it.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jarrad Davis leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we are tied at 7. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On first down, it's Stafford. Complete to Jones. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play. And
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Check girls, check girls, check girls.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal.
51's the mark, 51's the mark.
Now Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's third and goal. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Cousins now. And it's caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
Stafford and the Lions now have it first and 10 at the 20. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. Oh, and Absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. He's at the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big run there by Johnson. 59 yards for him on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
And middle.
Now it's Stafford. Galladay's got him, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. Prater for the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw is Cousins. And this is Cook with a grab. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Cousins. That's caught by Treadwell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 39. Working out of the gun, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got the 1st down inside the 10 and all the way down to the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch.
And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs as the first half is winding down. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround.
Here we go.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Let's go, baby. Turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball.
Stafford. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
A gain of 14.
Cousins now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's first and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From the 31. Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here third and long. Third and long for Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Colquitt on the kick as he sends it away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to. And if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Got to do better.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. The throw over the middle, taken in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And he's got room. Touchdown, Detroit. J.D. McKissick, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point good by Prater, and that will make this a 4-point game. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on off.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys have now moved out in front. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route? Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position, everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion as we just saw there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kenny Galladay with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as they have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. It's a gain of 5. And it'll be a second down. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games but only led the Vikes to just one fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Throwing again on second down. Cousins. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete.
Cousins pass. Complete to
The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Cousins on 4th down. And that's caught by Smith. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Throwing on 2nd down. Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first down, Cook. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins to throw it. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Third and long.
So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. Open man here is Conklin. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 13-yard line.
Well, they can put him in a number of different places. In line, H-back, put him in the slot. In this case, they put him out wide. Matchup nightmare. Who are you going to send out to cover him? And he picks up a first down with that catch.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Again, it's Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They go to Johnson again, and he'll take this one up to about the 13. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Now Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Stafford now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a first down. On the toss, here's Johnson. He's got a first down and more past the 30. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Open man is Galladay, complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Lions, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.